Hey everyone, hope you guys have had an awesome, amazing, beautiful day. I'm about to take kids to parkour and I thought I'd jump on here nice and quickly. I've been reading some of the comments as I've been sitting here watching kids play at this awesome park that's here. I've been reading some of the comments in some of my groups, so in the membership group, the Free to Be Me membership group, and also in Goddess and Warrior series, and reading some of the posts and comments from clients inside them. And I want to get on here and remind you about, if you want different results, we always say we want something different and we want a different, wouldn't it be cool if we had more money? Wouldn't it be cool if this was a lot easier? Wouldn't it be cool if blah, blah, blah? Wouldn't it be cool if our job went really, really well? And the crazy thing is you have more power than you realize. And I know I keep on saying that. And when I teach it in all of my courses, it's not just empty words, it's actual tools for you guys to be able to step up inside that, of course. And that reminder, that's why I have the membership groups as well and the Facebook groups, to continuously remind you to get that habit happening. And it's not just to fill your mind with positive things, it's so that you're continuously taking lead from that place, not towards that place, but taking lead from that place. And so I was having a listen to, not a listen, I can see my daughter coming up. I'm about to listen to her. It's okay, you can go and play, darling. We're leaving in about 10 minutes, okay? I was having a read of, like a couple of times a week inside the groups, I'll put different journaling prompts in and, different videos, different audios, different worksheets and workbooks and things like that. And then obviously in the Goddess and Warrior series, we have calls too. But in one of the journaling prompts that I put in, this was from last week, and I was just seeing some posts, some comments, reading through some of the comments and things like that, it was like, if you're already there, if you're already in this place of full expansion and wealth and finance, what are your thoughts? What are your emotional states? What's going on for you? And the really interesting thing, in two different groups, the feedback has been, well, I wouldn't even be thinking about the money. I wouldn't even be trying to get the money because I already know that the money is there. And the interesting thing, the one key person who spoke about this also spoke about how, like a year ago, a little bit longer, they were in a financial situation that wasn't forthcoming, that they felt like, they were really living week to week, unsure about where things were coming, like when money was coming in. And even though, they get paid well and all that type of stuff, that they just were never left with money. And we did some work last year on exactly that, like just shifting the thoughts, shifting the beliefs and going from that place. So you take action from that perspective. You take action from that place of abundance of all good things, because abundance can come in lots of other ways too. And that, and as she called out, that, and people do all the time, and that who are working with me, that shifts the results. And the crazy thing is, we often think, oh yeah, okay, well, I'm going to have a different perspective. I'm going to choose different beliefs. I'm going to come from this place. Yet nothing changes, and nothing's changed. A couple of reasons. Like in a nutshell, maybe because we haven't surrendered to it and just allowing it to come through. Maybe we haven't actually chosen it. So there's a difference between wanting something and deciding that it's done, and that certainty that it's done, which again, I teach all of that stuff too and support you inside that. And then, it's no longer focus and clinging that neediness on something that you feel like you don't have. And so you take action, and I know you guys will know this on an intellectual level, but I really want this quick message today, because I'm about to sign off and go and call kids to go and take them around the corner to parkour. I want this message for you guys to be like, if I want something different, how would I feel if I was already there? How would I feel? And what thoughts would that change? And this is not about being irresponsible or reckless or anything like that. In fact, this is about stepping up to responsibility more than you can even call out half the time, because it's like showing up in a way that you have to put your ego aside, your limiting beliefs aside, all of those types of things, because you're either fulfilling those limiting beliefs on repeat, or you're fulfilling those soul expansive sort of beliefs on that level as well. So if you were already in that life that you wanted, what type of thoughts would you have? What type of key feeling would you be feeling? Tune into those, drop into those, and remind yourself on repeat. Not because it's good to fill your mind with positive things. That's not at all what we're getting at. It's so that you continuously take action from that place. Because whatever you are focused on, you're going to create that stimulus in your body and automatically follow that lead from that place. And I use this example in the Claim It All workshop, Claim It All Now workshop. And, I've got plenty of other examples like this, of course. But the one example I spoke about was like, let's just say you have a delicious dinner and you're like, oh yeah, there's leftovers. That's so cool. I'm taking it for work tomorrow. You wake up in the morning and you're looking forward to lunch. You're so looking forward to lunch, and you keep thinking about lunch, and 10 o'clock comes. It's not even lunchtime. Let's say you normally eat like 1 o'clock. Your tummy's rumbling. Your tummy's already starting to rumble, and you can already taste the food. It's nowhere near you. Like, it's not even in front of you. You cannot see it, but your imagination is creating that recollection, and therefore you're automatically, okay, I'm going to have lunch at 12:30 today. But my point is, your body is having that physiological response to something that you cannot see because you're focused on it, and you're coming from that place. Like, you're recalling that, you're imagining what it's like to do, to eat that, right? And so yes, you might have had that experience, but you have an imagination, as we've just determined. So if you know that you want something different, and you want a different set of results, and you want a different life, and you want to have a different outcome, and you know the definition of insanity, which is doing the same shit on repeat over and over and over and over and over again, and you're like, oh well, I'll try a bit harder this time, it's just not going to fucking change a single thing. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Like, you can force yourself into a corner. You absolutely can. But when you get to the end of it, people are like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm burnt out, and this, and I thought I'd feel different, and la 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 la. Like, it's about enjoying the whole journey, and like not having to wait 10 years to get somewhere because you think, like in that sort of step-by-step guide that you're doing, like from that lack place of, hey, this is what I'm going to do to get there. You're missing out on so much of the magic. You're missing out on so much of the insight and the intuition that you have, the inner guidance that you have, and stuff. Like, if you already knew exactly the path, and like there's a million ways to get to a result, right? Technically, there's a million ways, and how someone else gets there is going to be different to you because their definition of it is different, and they are a different person. Like, it's not all one size fits all. Thank goodness. Your blueprint is your own blueprint, and so you can't follow someone else's blueprint inside this. It's sort of ludicrous and sort of crazy, but you know the definition of insanity. And so if you want to change things, you must do things differently. And so have a different expectation, have a different energy in which you're showing up inside anything with. And yes, it will take a bit of practice, and that's not a time thing. That's just like a reminder, because you're breaking habits. You're changing the way you're doing things, and that's why it's so important to be surrounded by a tribe who get this stuff, and that you can reach out to, and continuously drop into this, so that you're like, okay, that's right, it's okay if I lose my path, I just come straight back on. I don't slash my other 3 tires because I got one flat tire, which is often what can happen too. So my invitation to you is back to the question that I asked you. Like, if you're already there, what type of thoughts would you have? What type of beliefs would you have? Like, how natural would it feel? Continuously drop into that. Continuously remind yourself of that. And when I say continuously, this is free will, baby. Like, you get to choose how you show up, and you get to choose what your life looks like. So if you find like, oh, well, I've already chosen it once, you're choosing something all the time. So make sure it counts. Make sure it's not the definition of insanity, and make sure it's like what is coming from your heart and full, like, total fulfillment. And when you go to bed at night, you're like, I'm really proud of me. I've really been who I want to be, and have remembered who I am for the day, and not, I'll try better tomorrow, or I missed all this stuff, and I should have done this, and I should have done that, and like beating yourself up. Shift it all around. It's your birthright. It really is possible. It just takes it just takes a new set of habits. It really does. It's a new set of habits and a new way of just showing up for yourself. So I'm going to go and grab these kids, take them to Park Hall. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I will speak to you soon. Let me know what comes up for you. Bye-bye.